What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with my Seraph-Knights. Now, this is a really fun deck with also the Star Sapphires coming out, and as we can see them here, it's a really fun deck, and it's just a little bit more turbo. And a lot of people say that it doesn't really work because, you know, Shockmaster isn't around, but nevertheless, this is my take on it, and I'll show you what I mean. So, to start it off, we have the 3 Scepter. So, this card is just so good. Here's your rotor. Sorry for hitting the camera. Here's your rotor to search out the other Star Sapphire, if I can choose my words. And he's just so good because you run him with Sovereignty, which is here. So I run the 3 and 3 because it's the best one. I don't run any of the others. And basically, if you have these 2 in your hand, you can basically go into a rank 4 XZ using 3 or more, because you summon Scepter, special Sovereign draws, then you search out another one of these, and because this is special summoned, you special summon it again and draw, and then you overlay into like Deltaros. This effect kicks in to pop a card, and then you pop some for a Deltaros. So really solid. I really love these cards. I've been waiting for them for ages, and we finally have them. So running 3 and 3 is working beautifully. Then going into the Seraph-Knights, we have the 3 Deneb. You know, it's standard. This is Seraph-Knights. You run 3 because you want to search everything out. Then we have the 3 Altair. No change on this front because the card's just so good. You rely on him being there. 2 Vega. And, you know, it's Seraph-Knights, so I don't really need to say much about the 2 Vega. And then the only difference is the 1 Anuk. Simply because I needed to make space for, you know, the Seraph-Knights, well, the Star Sapphire, sorry, and other things. So I'm only running this at 1, and it actually works out pretty well. So that is it for the monsters. Going on to the spells, we have the 3 reinforcements of the army. You know, you want to see your Seraph-Knights as quickly as possible, so it just makes sense to run 3. Then we have 3 Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm tempted to cut this down, to be honest, because the format doesn't have that much background. You can always side them. So you can always put in more Floodgate stuff if you so wish in exchange for these, and then you'll be able to side them in if you do need them. Then we have the 1 Book of Moon. This is just still an out to Winder and things like that. The 1 Soul Charge, because, you know, you can establish some pretty nice boards and you can bounce everything with Trigger, for example. And then finally the 1 Regeki for the spells. Going on to the traps, we have the 3 Alpha. Really love this card. I know there are some builds out there that people only use the 1 or none of these at all, and that's fair enough, but I just love this card. It means your opponent just really does royally get screwed over, and you just plus so much. So it's a really solid card. I really do like it, and I'll always run it. I don't really like the build without them. I did try it out for a while in just testing in general, but I really didn't like it. So then we have the 3 Fiendish Chain. This is just a great card because, you know, it's just stopping any effects, and Seraph-Knights kind of need it, to be honest. You want them to stay alive at times, unless it's a Deneb that you want to, you know, get Altair's effect off. So that's why I run 3 of the Fiendish. Then we have the MVP of the format, 3 Mind Crush. People are telling me to put this up at 3, and I was kind of just had it at 2 because of space issues, to be honest. But now I've found space, so it's gone up to 3. You know, opening 2 of these is just so good, because you get to 1, look at your opponent's hand when they've searched, pitch that, and then you'll be able to pick out 1 card that, you know, your opponent doesn't like. So, yeah, I really love Mind Crush. Then we have the 2 Call and Haunted. I'm still running the 2 Call and Haunted and the 2 Oasis. The ratio here is probably not going to change for a while, to be honest, just because it's the ratio that I like. The Oasis is there to stop any OTKs, because obviously Call and Haunted brings them back in attack mode, and just general things like that. So, yeah, good cards. Good cards are good. 1 Ring of Destruction. This is here just for monster removal and in general just whittling away your opponent's life points. So it's a really nice card, but you can not use it if you so wish if you don't like it. The 1 Solemn Warning, just in case, you know, they summon that Denko against you. And finally, the 1 Fiendish. Fiendish? The Vanities. Sorry, it's been a long day. So the 1 Vanities for the monster spell and trap. So going into the extra deck where the interesting stuff is, we have the brand new number 86 Heroic Champion. So let me just get this straight. You can't summon him if you're using the Star Sapphires, because it needs 2 or more warriors as the materials. But this card's just so good. He's just absolutely ridiculous in this deck. And his effect is basically depending on the number of XC materials you've got on it. it gains the following effects. So they all stack. At the end of your opponent's turn, you have to detach a material, but if it has 1 or more, can't be destroyed by battle. 2 or more, gains 1,500 attack and defense. 3 or more, unaffected by card effects. 4 or more, your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters. And 5 or more, once per turn, you can destroy a card your opponent controls. So you can see how ridiculous this card is, and Seraph-Knights can easily bring this card out. So yeah, really strong card. Absolutely love running him, and he is a game changer. One can stun like Diamond. This is for your Shadows and your Burning Abyss matchups and any other dark matchups that you go up against. Really good card. It's quite difficult for your opponent to try and get over it, if I'm honest, you know, if they don't have that Raigeki or anything like that. So just in general, really great card. To Trigger. Trigger, again, is just a ridiculous card. I love bouncing everything, and it means that you get to recycle your Fiendishes, your Call Haunted, Oasis, so on and so forth. So yeah, Triver's just a great card, and pitching out of the hands can be pretty good, even against graveyard effects decks, if you play it right. So yeah. Then we have the 1 Deltaros. I know that you can run more, but I still just run the 1, even though I have the Star Zephyrs, because I do have other monsters, which you'll see in a sec. So the 1 Deltaros is pretty solid. Evil Sworn Ouroboros. Card's so good with the Star Zephyrs. You just plus like 3 off just activating the effect and the summons for the drawing. So really solid card. Ouroboros is a great addition to the deck, and the DT1 is always nice. Then we have Vylon de Sigma. This is an interesting one that I'm testing out and just teching in really, and it's working out pretty well. Its effect, if you don't know what it is, you once per turn you can detach a material to basically equip 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls onto the card, and if it battles the same attribute, it's Catastrophe effect. So, you know, it's pretty decent. Just being able to steal your opponent's monster, I do like that. And in testing, it's been pretty good, if I'm completely honest. Then we have the 1 Masquerade. This card's just really good. Being able to stop at any battle effects, just absolutely brilliant. And also the fact you can mill the top card of your opponent's card in their deck to the grave. If you're playing the right deck, it's a very strong effect. But being able to, you know, stop any graveyard effects, well, battle effects basically, in the battle phase is just really strong. So I really do like it. Then going on to the other just normal rank 4s. We have the 1 Lavarval Chain, if we want to set up or ditch anything to the grave to make our Call the Haunters and Oasis live. The 1 Evil Sworn Exeter Knight. Some of these are pretty standard, self-explanatory. The 1 Omega. I've left Omega in here just because I think it is useful at times, but I might cut it. Depends on how the format keeps shaping up. The 1 Castel. Castel's just still amazing, so that's why he's in here. The 1 Gaga Cowboy, because shooting for game is quite nice, especially if you combo it with Ring of Destruction. You know, you Ring of Destruction, then you can Cowboy, whatever. And I mean, Ring of Destruction in your opponent's turn, then you can set up for the Cowboy. I know you can't activate it in your own turn, trust me. The 1 Abyss Dweller, because graveyard effects are still a thing. And then finally the 1 Rhapsody in Berserk, because, you know, as I said, graveyard cards are pretty important right now. So being able to just banish certain targets is really strong. So that is it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the deck profile. Really love this deck. It's just so much fun, especially the Star Zephyrs coming out. I do love them oh so much because they are just so good in my opinion. And there are many decks you can splash these into, to be honest. Everyone wants them. And they are just great in general. So that is it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the deck profile. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the deck. Like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.